Blessings and salutations, wonderful Aries and the cross watchers who love you. I'm Sunny the Earth and Tarot. It's a general collective read. Some may not resonate to all of you, but how many of you? I truly appreciate your view. If this happens to be a message for you, can you like the video? Subscribe if you haven't. Comment below, of course, if you choose to. But either way, I want you to know that I appreciate you coming through and just your discernment if this read may be for you. You know the magnitude, you know who's who. So when I do this read, I might say you and them, and it might go in places that you know where they're supposed to go. Either way, Aries, this read is about you and this collective energy. It may not be for every Aries that come through. That has to be definitely understood, because when I do different, okay, I could do a Celtic cross, which I was doing for the last couple of days, and I did it like several times for the same side, and I got different messages every time. So you will know it's for you because it's different things that's going on with each individuals. I know you know that, okay? But either way, let's do a prayer and get to this read so I can tell you what I see. Dear God, thank you for your mercy, blessings, protection, forgiveness, abundance, and direction. Through your grace to our angel ancestors and spirit guides, please allow me to see with clarity for the highest good for our wonderful, beautiful Aries. Amen. This is my second attempt to do this spread for you. I got more of the same type of energy, but this is in a different space for you because the first time was more fiery. Okay, it's still some fire here. I still literally see some fire here, okay? But it's in a different place. I see, first and foremost, you're trying to do something big here. You're trying to change and move in a better space because you're looking at the bigger picture, more of this treasure chest that you invested in, seeing these possibilities now, okay? Now, what I do see, I'm just going to take my little reference book here. But I do see that in the most prominent energy that you're faced with is your throat chakra, how you speak, how you express yourself, how you communicate. You know, you got the best intentions, you know, but it comes across sometimes not so much, okay? But the obstacle, it's justice, it's balance, it's more or less the scales and making sure that things is really more or less fair. Sometimes the obstacle in itself for some of you Aries is that the ends for you justify the means. So what you feel more or less overall to where I was like, not like, sometimes it's like these are the spoils of war type energy, you know, and those is not really the philosophy in this type of connection. You know, you see that's not the strategy that you would want to use. Because what's crowning you, kid you not, it shows this devil in disguise. I kid you not, it's more or less this mischievous side. But it's more or less still Capricorn energy, but it's mischievous with this intent. Definitely headed towards this intimate, like, not trying to minimize a sexual addiction, but it's more or less it literally is crowning you in the force of to where, I'm not going to say it's like your motivation, but for some of you, you question the intention. Like there's in the back of your mind an apprehension, like you kind of doubt. It's like for some of you, you think, nah, it can't, it's some other motive there. But it's showing with the obstacle to the overgrowth. It's like some of you are minimizing, I'm not gonna say minimizing, but some of you are, when it's showing like on your feet, like when they saying it's like on your feet, it's beneath you. Yeah, it's what you have to work with and can use is the fact that they do enjoy a good time with you. Okay? You do. You can use that for your benefit. But what's behind you is this show off, all about the audience, all about what people think, all about the crowd, the loud, you looking more to reserve it and bring it in just a bit. I see. For this read. As far as your attitude in regards to the situation, you see that there was some emotions uncovered. You're aware that there's some disappointments, that you see more for this connection, that more potential to where it could be is more or less you're seeing the part you have to do to get this more aligned. Because you see this person as your soulmate. You faded me. But some of you are more or less house appointment. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, this is somebody that you consider soulmate. And some of you are not sure that this is going to be able to, like, you're not sure if your heat will be met. You're not sure if some of you think there might be, like, it might lose its steam, or I don't know. Some of you might feel like maybe you're not up to this part of what it could be. There's some doubt here as far as the fire and intensity of where this connection can be. But it does look like it's a restart, a reclaim, a redo. It's a manifestation to this Ten of Pentacles. It does look like it's truly a possibility. But what I do see with the Giving Tree, the caution that I do see is that, and I think you're aware, is that they really feel like they're at their point of, for some, that they gave what they could give as far as seeing what this can be in this connection. Because it does look like there was, a good time and everything, but it just looked like there was some strong communication problems. How things was expressed seemed very intense. Let's see, because I want to try to see what else is here for you wonderful Aries. Let's see for Aries. In the personality line at this time. Let's see, Aries, please. Confidence and excellence. Here you. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely trying to make things work. Six of Pentacles. And it's not just a Six of Pentacles of just working. It's making things flow together. The ingredients, the right temperature. Things coming together to where it just feels good. It smells good. It tastes good. A happy, holy union, matrimony, christening. But some of you is looking like, am I really being realistic with myself as far as what this can possibly be? Some of you truly doubting if this is a possibility. Some of you are considering, is it best to just let it go and start all over again? Because in its confidence and excellence, you're very much aware of your wand's energy, You're very much aware. is on here for Aries, please? Yeah, I keep seeing the Six of Pentacles with this Magician here. Like, you do want things to work out because the possibilities you feel, especially in a good place, would be so beneficial. What else for Aries, please? Oh, just trying to decide which way do you want to go? How do you want to do this thing? Hangman is here. Let's see. Okay, I see definitely, even with this Queen of Cups here, is this elaborate cup of love. I do see that you see yourself in this position to where it's about where you're better off heart-wise, where you would feel more or less, because it's looking to you of certain things you know you have to do in order to get this back aligned. Yeah, it requires a lot. I see nines back to back though. I seen after this greed here, I seen a Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands, Nine of Cups. Guarded. Go from losing sleep to being like guarded to really feeling happy again. And I'm gonna get some more here. I'm gonna just tell you what I see. A lot of water energy, Gemini here, Cancer, Capricorn, Pisces, everybody's here, but those are the major arcanas. Now, the challenge in the past for you was definitely with this Queen of Cups energy and this King of Pentacles. It's like, it's a pair here, which I do see the challenge had to do with this Hangman energy and a stagnation, nothing being done at all. Somebody was very stuck. You know, like, see this Queen of Cups here. It's more or less trying to get into your zen and more or less trying to be more happy with life than just it being about roles. It's like more or less individual happiness in itself, what makes you special. Because even when I see this King of Pentacles energy, it's stagnant. It's super, the challenge had to show like the coin with some problems with the finances, I see, okay? For some, that's what I'm seeing here. And it was still really like a challenge in itself just to try to maintain your peace, you know, your day-to-day, your beauty, your, not just saying like, you know when you're focused on the coin and things is not going right financially, that certain things that you need to tend to for you get overlooked. And that's the best way that I can really explain this energy for you, Aries. It's like, because of the coin, some of you was having a hard time and really got used to neglecting your needs. And it got to the point where it became like tumultuous to the point where currently with this volcano energy, with the dangerous, devious devil, it gets to the point to where it's a strong possibility that something can erupt, you know? Like, because this immediate need to get into the place where you're supposed to be, where you feel free and happy, it's more or less like the route that you take is where it gets confusing. Yeah. I see going to, well, after this energy showing that you more or less focused on the things that you need to tend to, whether it be your mind, your coin, your heart, your health, your foundation, your vehicle. Like you're checking, making sure you're crossing T's and dotting I's, because you're ensuring definitely moving on in your journey and not being stuck in a place to where you feel so much tension. You know, where you feel it just feel like there's an entitled, overbearing need that somebody needs exceeds your own, or you feel like you have to put somebody before yours, or you feel as if in order for somebody to even I'm just looking at all of this tension and heat in your energy, even though you're feeling good about yourself and which way you want to go, is just more or less feeling like this energy, like how it's going to be done and when and how, is just more or less by any means necessary. You want to get to this place to where you feel free to love and be in a connection that you choose to be in without it feeling like you have these obligations, or you have to. Yeah, it's just you don't want the burden of being happy, or burden feeling like you have to give to them in order for them to be happy. It's just like you have to sacrifice. Jeez. I don't understand, but maybe you do. It's just so much. Let me see about this person here, because maybe I could pick up more as we go. For Aries, please, and the person in their mind. Let me see that. Let me just see for the Aries, please. At this time, please. Let me just see. I started to read Aries, and I had to take a nap, like, because it was at one point I was laughing, and I didn't think it became across insensitive, because sometimes when it's something that's funny, it's not. It's like a laugh, like OMG, instead of being like a scolding, you know, like I don't want to judge, but I don't want to laugh. It's just more like it's a non-judgment zone, but it was like not cringy, but intense. Let's see, what's your person energy? Wait, it's Ace of Swords. Okay. Yeah. They're coming in with some truth. They're coming in swift. They want to know some stuff. What is it? What is they coming in with? Oh goodness, I see a whole King of Cups here. So that's a pair. Here's the pair here. Okay. Okay. I see a person. Okay, they want a victory with you. Just the extra. This is what I'm just saying before I tell you exactly what's here. I'm just saying that there's Empress energy or something is going. They feel that there's a lot on the line as far as what they feel this connection is. You know, it's like they're making their heart feel clear. The cycle has to end. They're not happy. They want a victory. They feel like they have to either distance themselves emotionally when it comes down to this union here. Now, They do want to work on things. They do. I kid you not. But it's more or less feeling like, what are y'all going to do here? Let me see something. Let's see. For Aries. Energy that's dealing with Aries. This is energy that's dealing with Aries. They're not happy with how things is going, but they, kid you not, I see the intention is to get to their happiness. Like is to really be in their wish fulfillment. Like that's the energy they want to be, and that's the energy that they're moving in. Look, the Ten of Swords, regardless. Yeah, that's why I see this read being so confusing. Because y'all want to be together, but it's still like this energy, like, it's the way, the communication, how it's being done. It's a lot of, I'm not going to say ego, but it feels a lot of emotions involved, and it's not being expressed in the correct way, or the way y'all both are aligned to understand each other. You know? Yeah, they got the don't worry, be happy, and for judgmental, always an issue. It's judgment. So those who will be judging, it's showing that, yeah, that's not good, because there's accountability on that energy in itself. Alrighties then, I see Temperance too. They gave it a lot of time. That's why they go to happiness right after that. Yeah, they gave it a lot of time to see if this could be happy, even down to putting accountability of children be involved. I see majorly of baby girls, other children, but the sense of this I see. Sagittarius, Virgo, Aquarius energy. Yeah, it's about justice and balance. Ooh. But there is that heat there. It comes with the burden that feels like, listen, they're not going to keep, being feared to the point where they're being neglected, or they're not being given that same courtesy. They're giving themselves that courtesy, it looks like, by just saying, okay, I'm coming through with the truth, but I'm going to be happy. In the end, it's like, this is what it's going to be. Because they even see at this. They're just looking at this like it's going to be what it needs to be, regardless. The King of Cups is here with the Ten of Swords. Again, it's looking as if they love you as much as they do, but they do understand there's so much that they can do. With the hydrate, it could show too that they probably need some water, but this shit gives you that. It also means that it just need love. Like somebody's communication with this person is not being done in a way to where it's too harsh. And they're in this Empress energy. They're like they feel as if the way they are and their abundance and what they bring, that they deserve more courtesy, more love, more attention, more nurturing. That's why it's like a turnoff. Yeah, it's dry as a desert, bored, yawn, because they feeling left out, and they like, how could you leave me left out? Like, how you gonna put me in a corner? Like no. Knight of Swords coming in, flighty, in and out. Like, they're going to come communicate when it's not understood. They're going their way. Indecisive, unsure, second guessing. Either way, whatever they're unsure about, They're keeping a smile on their face. They're keeping their heart light. It's just more or less because they're realizing and all these things that they did the part that they could do. They waited around to see what could be as much as they can because they genuinely felt this love and this connection. Where I see this judgmental, always an issue with you and what you do, is more or less showing that certain things that's done, and it's not done in a way of, what's the word, tact. It's more or less where somebody is seeing that the attention and love they gave wasn't given back to them, and so now the person is going to move according to that. Okay? Yeah, they communicate with you strictly on the fact that the nostalgia, the love they feel with you, the past, and they come in and move accordingly, and they also will leave out according to how you moved in the past. It's just more or less the way I'm seeing in this energy here. Okay, Sagittarius, Taurus, Libra. Obviously the Empress is Virgo too, but there's Taurus again with Sagittarius with this Judgment. Let's see what the advice and outcome is. Advice and outcome. For Aries, please. Advice and outcome. But I did see so many major arcanas here, which was, I told you, Libra, I seen Virgo, Gemini. Yeah, I told you these signs here. I don't want to be repetitive. Yeah. But just know everybody's here. Advice and outcome, please. Aries, please. Advice and outcome. Aries. Aries. What the? You're still in your 2 of Wands. Still scratching your head on which direction you're going to go in. You're still not sold on which way to go. Because again, your strength is in reverse. It's not like you're adamant, taming the beast outside within, because you're not really necessarily ready to make the steps. Your heart is still in the dark space from this outside interference. You're still taking the time you need to heal and get to introspect to know which direction you want to go in. But you're definitely not falling into the toxicities and addiction and codependencies as you once did before. You're definitely holding on to what you invested. Capricorn, Virgo, Leo. Let's see. Clarification. This is a major decision for you, I kid you not. I don't think you're going to make that decision right now. There's a lot you are considering. Okay. But honestly, let me just say that the 8 of Cups and the 6 of Swords, Judgment, there is going to be, I guess, an end and deciding on which way you go. That's on you from that point. Because there's a cycle closing. Accountability being taken, whether by you or your person on your mind at this time. But again, you're still in your confidence and your excellence and knowing that, you know, what's for you, it will be. And you will be happy with what's for you. Let's see. Would you trust it to be? Let's see. You're holding on to some things, but it's the devil's in reverse here. Let's see. Dang, these 2 swords and 2 wands keep coming out in your energy of being like stuck on this decision on which way to go in regards to this. What about this 3 of swords? So look, the 2 of cups in reverse. Here, you're not ready to reconcile. Still a lot of pain there. Okay. But the Fool is here on the Devil in reverse. That's the journey you're definitely taking, as far as you're definitely taking the step and not going down that dark path. You're holding on to the fact that the past is not the thing that you thought it once was, and you don't really feel like, of course, if you're unsure which direction to go, you're not in the most happiest place in the world. You know, some of you are feeling that it was like a manipulated, like somebody definitely was emotionally unfair. That's why I guess you're not going there and feeling the need to tame the beast outside within and they made the decision for you. You're not taking a step to go in that direction because you're still deciding which way works for you. You have a lot on the line on what's for, like, what you're deciding. It's not what they want. This is your life, and you're looking at the world that you're trying to take on, and cycles you want to close, and places you want to go, and that's what you're considering. That's why you're not trying to do what they want or make this a priority for you, because when that was, your heart was broken. You know, you're not really ready to make peace with that at this time because you're still working on some things, I see. You're still trying to get grounded to where you can see your wish fulfillment. And that's literally clarified by the Lovers. It's literally to the place where you feel good and free to be all in your little connections where you can play Cupid and get all caught up in all the intimacy that you want, without feeling the toxicity. Like, you want the new journey to be feeling free to do all the things that you wish to do. And you're holding on to the facts and things from the past made it dang near impossible. Cups in reverse. For Aries, please. Yeah, let's get this last one just to confirm that for me, please. For Aries. Yeah, look, Temperance in reverse with the Chariot. 2 major arcanas to us. The last 2 cards to confirm. 5 of Pentacles here. Yeah. It's more or less you are aware of how much pain is caused, how much you tried to get it to get along, and you're more or less seeing what don't work for you will still, that door closing is a window opening for you to have victory, or letting this fresh air come in for you to see new beginnings. I hope this read helped wherever you need to know at this time. Till next time, my beautiful Aries, love and light.